Good morning and welcome to the pre-market show. It is Wednesday, October 9th, and we are going to see how the market is going to look today and what's going to be popping, of course. Let's go over the heat map real fast. Microsoft is up 0.47%. Apple, Google, and Tesla are down a little bit. Meta and Amazon are up a hair, and Nvidia is up 1%. So nothing too crazy. Everything else is basically flat real quick, but that'll change as we open up. So let's go ahead and go through our Jolie's jumpers and see what's happening this morning. All information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only. It's not intended as financial advice, so always do your due diligence. How is everybody this morning? A roast, a tuna sub, Yankee. What is it? Yankee baseball. I bet you were happy. And Lewis in Utah, how is everybody this morning? I hope we have a great morning. Things open up nice and we get popping. So let's take a look and see what our Jolie's jumpers were doing today. Let me hop on them real quick and we'll take a look at BLNK first and see if it's moving this morning. This one should start moving up a little bit more as well. BLNK, let's see. It doesn't like to move early in the morning for whatever reason, and it's not even moving yet. It did hit that resistance. It went up a little bit yesterday to 204. That's where it opened. It came down to 186, 189 is where it's at. And it's just steadily going up there. So it'll get over to 50, which that's what it's hitting right now. And then it'll have to get into the 220s, and then it can start to bounce off of that. So that is our BLNK update for the morning, and we will continue to look at it. Buru, that one's running this morning. And that one we were dead on. It got up to like 130 already this morning. Buru, that's Nubaru, and we were all over that one. I mean, we smashed that one from down at in the low 40s, probably, maybe even the 30s, and now it's at $1.30. So you just ran that up about $1, close to it, well over 100%, and boom, Nubaru just cruising along right there, and it is hitting that 50 up there right now at that 126 area. So you have to be careful. And again, it ran up hard yesterday and it just continued this morning. So I'm not so sure it's going to cruise that much more, but that was a beauty for us. BURU, Nubaru. So let's look at GRI. We were looking at this the last few mornings and it is running up there. And we thought it would try to get moving again, and it is. So there we go. It is cruising up. It opened at 43, got to 45, came back down to 41, just a little pullback there. It hit that resistance. Well, it's going to hit it at 49. Didn't quite get there. It's right there though, and so keep your eye on GRI to try to move up a little bit more this morning and possibly get up to that 48 cent area. So that is GRI and not looking bad. And that's one we just went over. ICCT. Let's see what that is doing. That iCore Connect. And let me take a look at it. ICCT. Let's see. It is moving this morning. It opened at 44 and came down to 38. And it's coming down to that line right there. An interesting one because it is kind of pulling back, but I'm not sure. It might roll off. So we'll take a look at that one later just to see if it's going to roll off. If it does, it'll be a little play right there. KXIN, this one had run up before. We nailed this one as well. And let's see, I think it might be coming back. It did open at 21 and ran up to that 27. Its low is 19. It's sitting at 20 right now. But this is coming back to the line, and it could possibly roll off as well. We'll take a look at it. And this is one of them China ones, so it's going to depend on all of that. So we'll keep an eye on it. KXIN, KZR. Kezar Life Sciences. Let's see, up 14 cents this morning. And at least that's what it says here. Let me see. KZR. And it opened at 91, got to 93. Its low is 87, and it's at 89 right now. Was that yesterday? Let me see. That has to be today, October 9th. Yeah, it's definitely today's date. And what does it say? 89, right? Yeah, that's what it is. Well, it ran up yesterday. That's why in the after hours. So that's why it's looking a little goofy to me. And it ran up to 108. So then it pulled back, opened at 91, came up to 93, and just pulling back a little bit. and that's at KZR. And yeah, it did. It popped up pretty nice right there. So that could be a little momentum play. It could just keep on moving a little bit there. LASE, we looked at this the other day right before for that bounce, and it definitely took that bounce yesterday, and it's bouncing a little bit more this morning, it looks like. Let me see. Opened at 783, got up to 866. Its low is 744, and it's sitting at 821 right now. And that's at LASE. And I'll tell you what, it's not even looking bad. It just had that real nice dip and hit that line and boom, just came back. So never even got to the bottom. And I was saying, I don't know if it will. And honestly, it's pulling back and it's keeping itself stable. So it's not looking bad right there. And again, we looked at it for that little bounce and it did it. RIVN, Rivian, that's going to be getting really set up. It's right there at the line. And let's see where it's at. Exactly. Yeah. I bet it's going to start running either tomorrow, um, today or tomorrow. Watch it try to get up to this $11 mark again. Where'd it get to? I saw it was at opened at 1056. Yesterday it got up to 1076. I think it's going to try to push higher than that, obviously, and try to get to that $11 area. And that's Rivian, RIVN, and it is setting up really nice. So we'll keep an eye on it. TURB, we went over yesterday. I posted it. A couple people were talking about a Peninsula Life and a few others. Um, we were talking about that bad boy, and that one did just shoot up yesterday. I think that one might have to come down. It opened at 274, it ran up to 280, and now it's sitting at 263. Yesterday, its high was 291 right there on TURB, and it did get some turbo energy right there. So yeah, I think it might have to come back in. I mean, we'll look at it, see if it wants to bounce around in that top, but as of right now, it's trying to pull back. WHLR, another one we were early on, and it ran up pretty significantly, but I'll tell you what, this thing's trying to set up again. It's not ready just yet, WHLR, but yeah, it's still pulling back, but it will set up to have a really nice run pretty soon. So I'll keep an eye on that one. It's just down the road. And WW International is WW, and that one is running up. It popped up yesterday, it was in a good spot right there, WW. And it jumped up from 82 cents. It opened yesterday to 160, and then this morning it opened at 150, got up to 186, and it's sitting at 182, and it looks like it still wants to get cruising. So keep your eye on WW. It may still move some more for a nice momentum play this morning. And there we go at our Jolie's jumpers. Thank you very much, Asian Jolie. And we have a couple more that are running. AEMD, this is one that we were looking at. Let's see what it's doing. This one was set up really nice. I know that. AEMD. Oh yeah, that one's bumped up right there to 47 cents is where it opened, and it's high and it's sitting at 46, but it gapped up because yesterday it closed at 40 cents. So it gapped up 7 cents there, and that is at AEMD, and we were looking at that one as well. CLSD, let's see, CLSD. That looks like it jumped up this morning as well. It opened at 234 and its high was 254. Its low is 145. It's sitting at 184. Yesterday it closed at 156, so it just gapped up there. Not so sure it's going to continue to run up, but that was a nice little run this morning and it popped up pretty nice, pretty well. CLSD and CTCX. CTCX. There we go. Carmel Corp up 18 cents. Let me see. CTCX. Let's take a better look. I can't type this thing in. Here we go. CTCX. Opened at 40, got up to 60, and it's sitting at 53. Its resistance is right there at 64. So it could continue to move. It doesn't look bad at all. CTCX. And it could get through that 50 even and try to run. So you keep an eye on that one as well. It's trying to push up some more. It's already moving, obviously. And RIME is up a couple cents there, but looking pretty good. Let me look at it on mine. RIME. Let's see. it did run up the other day too. It ran up on Monday to 89 cents. And then today it opened at 50, got up to 66, and it's still just crossed through and looking strong. So RIME is looking good. You can keep an eye on that one. That one could continue to run. Looks like it wants to. So RIME, that's one to keep an eye on for today. For sure, that one could be moving. So there you go. And again, thank you, Asian Jolie, for your Jolie's jumpers as always. And that definitely helps out every morning. CERX, let's look at that one real quick and see what they're up to this morning. CERX. Nope, not that. Where did it even do? Wasn't that one CERX? I thought it was. It's not even coming up, so I'm not even sure. I swore that was a stock ticker. Somebody posted it. Here's details on it. Um, CETX, right? CETX. Yo, oh, he wrote CERX. I'm sorry, CETX. That's why I was gonna say. I know there's something like that. Thank goodness you posted the thing there. I'll repost Wall Street Videos, sent a an article or something. But here, let's look at it. This I was gonna say we were looking at something very similar. CETX. There you go. Um, let's see what this is doing this morning. Let me take a look at it. Hold on, real quick. Thank you, Laptop Travel CETX. Here we go. Let's look. Is it moving yet? That's the question. It is moving October 9th, so that's a good sign. Its low is 76. It opened at 82, and it's still just pulling back here. So we're just gonna have to keep an eye on this bad boy, and keeps looking like it has a bottom. And now it kind of looks like this morning it's going to open up like that, but and start to reverse. So we'll have to keep an eye on it. It's way down there, so it will start to reverse, and we'll now at CETX. So we will absolutely take a look at it today, and I'll keep you posted on that one. MAXN, they reverse split. Here we go. Let's take a look at it, guys. The splits in October 9th. There you go. 1 for 100. They diluted the hell out of it. Just kind of pulling back at the moment right there to that bottom. Let me see what it looks like on mine. MAXN, here we are. Just sitting right there, pulling back over the line. So let it just pull back a little bit on the split and see if we can get this pop going. So we'll see. It's about to hit the bottom right there, STX Confidential, and we'll see if it can tap off that bottom now and get cruising. The 20's kind of pushing it down, and the 20 is now at 854. We're opening at 711. So it's not exactly moving a whole lot this morning. And so we'll take a look at it as it opens. It has it under a half, or it has just over a half a million in volume already. So we'll take a look at it as it opens, and I'll post about that one as well. And that is MAXN. HAO. I think I was posted this one. Somebody else was talking about HAO yesterday. Um, is it the dude Terp Traders or somebody? I forget who it was, but somebody was mentioning this one, and I was saying it was just about to hit the line and maybe form that base down there. Maybe it did bottom out finally. HAO, and it is a China advertising company. So let's take a look at it. It's crossing through right there. Hmm. I mean, it does look like it's finally tried to base out and stop the bleeding at least. So the 20 is all the way at 115, and this is at 17 cents. It took a major dip. It started dipping on September 18th, and it just hasn't stopped. I mean, just kept rolling into all the rest of September into October. And I think we're going to actually see it try to reverse pretty soon. We saw that look before, so back on October 3rd and the 4th, and it still pulled back some more. So we want to be confident. And like I said, that 20's way up there. So I'll keep my eye on HAO and see what that wants to do. Oh, was Max and oh, well, that's before the pre like I said, it's 7-Eleven, right? What did I say the open price? 7-Eleven. So looks like that's what it's gonna be around. Yeah, that's what it looks like they're doing it at 7-Eleven for Maxon. There you go. You can remember that 7-Eleven. And like I said, it mine says it opened at 772. Where Yeah, that's oh well, it wouldn't tell me yesterday would be already the prices post the split. But yeah, this one's saying a low is 701. It's at 737 and it opened at 772. So I'm not exactly sure, but Finviz is saying 711. So we'll have to look and see what the price is and yeah, I guess move the decimal and it would be 711, huh? So I'm not exactly sure. Like I said, I'm not mind saying a different price and saying that it's moving a little bit. But again, when they split, who the heck knows what exactly is going on until the bell actually opens on these splitters. So it wouldn't pop anyway beforehand if it's split because it has to actually like kind of do its thing in the split world. So there you go with them bad boys. Let me see, did I miss anything else? Anybody else want to see anything? Let me know. And let's take a look at crypto real quick. Just get a quick look and see what it's doing this morning. It was down last night. It's still down a little bit. Bitcoin's at 62,191 right now. Let's just look at see what it looks like right now. Um, oh, you can't trade max and it's halted. Yeah, well, that's what I kind of meant. That's what I was saying. I couldn't get a good read, and but yeah, when they reverse split, sometimes they won't open up until the market actually opens up. That's why I was surprised at mine saying that it's jumping around, and I would have to think that it's at 711 is what it's going to open at. That's why I was kind of confused that mine even said it was moving because usually when they reverse split, they kind of have to reset themselves. I know on the platforms and all. So the platforms generally won't. I know E-Trade generally won't let you trade it until it at least opens up. Some days it doesn't even let you trade it at all when it splits. That's why I don't like to get involved with reverse splits because I've seen it before. I think it's gotten much better, but I know a few years ago you really couldn't mess with them. They would reverse split, and then it would kind of mess up your account for a day and say you were way up, and you wouldn't be able to trade it. So generally on them reverse splits from what I've noticed, I don't think they even open back up until 9:30. I could be wrong on that, but like I said, I was surprised to see my chart was actually moving around. That's what was odd. So yeah, I believe that it would definitely be halted at the moment. And we'll check it out at like 9:30 when the market opens to see what if it's actually moving again, and if it opens at 711, if that's the price that the reverse split's going to be for Max. And so I'll keep you posted on that one definitely. So yeah, Bitcoin's at 62,191, and thanks Laptop Travel for clearing that up because I definitely wasn't clear what I was saying. I was trying to explain it but not explaining it correctly. So glad you chimed in. I got to explain it a little better there, and yeah, that's what I kind of meant. I'm not sure, and I could be wrong, but again, I from what I see, them reverse splits open back up at like 9:30 the next morning and then they start moving. So I have no idea, but it is halted at the moment, and we'll look at it when it's at 9:30 and see what it's doing. But Bitcoin is just kind of making a base up here in the 62,000 area, which is really good because it's above the 100, above the 50. They're coming together, so it should be in a bullish look right there. And so that's a good thing. Let's cruise through a couple more real fast. Let's just look at Ethereum. That's at 2,436. And it's about to hit the 50 again. And it's just underneath this line. But riding it doesn't look like they're going to pull back real hard. Maybe they try to get curled up again. We'll keep an eye on it. Ripple is at 53 cents, I believe that says 53. And it's below the 100 and the 50s above it and kind of pulling down on it. So this is going to make a big old fish hook and get cruising Ripple. So it's not ready yet. Solana's at 142, and that's sitting on the 50. And again, just kind of making a base at that 142. It's sitting right there. So as it pulls back, it's not too bad. I mean, they haven't really been forming that base lately, so it's kind of a good thing. I'm not gonna lie. We'll see how long it actually can hold it though. And I mean, really forming that base, they did it, I guess, about a couple weeks ago they were trying to and they ran up. So, but this one, it's actually it's looking steady now that they built that base and now they're building this one around the 50 and the 100. So that's actually a good look. So we might see a little bit of pullback in the crypto world. But again, it's kind of setting up and building bases. So that's not a bad thing, and especially since this is supposed to be a bull market. They should be cruising right now. I think it's kind of waiting for the election. And we already know. I mean, Trump just opened up his own platform for crypto, but I forget what it's even called. And but he already stated that he wanted to make the US the crypto capital of the world. So you better bet if he gets in, crypto's going to be cruising, and it's supposed to be in a bull cycle. Almost looks like it's waiting for it. So also honestly, it almost looks like the big caps. They're like 2, 3 weeks away. They are setting up. As a matter of fact, let's look at them real quick. Let's go through the SPY. It's down 26 cents, but I'm telling you, this thing can't get any more bullish right there today. It's not even coming down under that 570 really. It didn't 569.53. So yeah, it's like right there. And you're gonna see it get moving up into the 576. Once it gets over that, it's gonna blast off. This thing's hitting highs. I mean, and honestly, it crossed down to make room and it really never even pulled back. So you just can tell that these things are either going to go crazy or it's going to collapse completely. And they look like they want to go crazy. So we'll hope for that one because they're all set up. Like I said, Apple AAPL 225 down 52 cents this morning and just sitting right there on the 20. I mean, and can't get any more bullish as well. It's super, super bullish. So again, might see it just jump around a tiny bit, pull back a hair, but we're not talking about much. And these things want to just get cruising. I know Google was down $1.50, and it's just remember I told you the 20 and the 50 were crossing. We're just about to cross through each other. This one came back to come touch the 20. Now we're gonna see if it wants to cross through. It could cross through, come down a little bit, and then it's gonna set up super bullish. And again, this thing's like 3 weeks out and it's going to get wild. And they have that whole antitrust thing going on right now. So, of course, it's probably not going to pop, but they're probably going to win that bad boy, and this thing will go nuts. So that looks like it's like 3 weeks out. So just watch if it wants to pull back. We'll see if it wants to either roll off the MACD or if it's going to cross down. And again, when they're crossing down, they're not even pulling back really. So it's just making more room on the chart. They're really not dipping hard, that's for sure. And you can tell they're super bullish. Amazon's trying to move back up $1 today. It came down yesterday and it hovered around above the 50. And again, just cross down, making room on that chart and just not even going down much. So you're just seeing it kind of make that room. And then this one's going to set up more bullish. This one's probably the least bullish out of all the Mag 7 is Amazon, but you know it'll turn around and set up as soon as it gets down here, wants to curl up right there. It'll definitely get bullish. So that is Amazon AMZN. And let's look at Meta because this one's just been flying up into its highs. It's staying in the top, and it looks like it wants to. Right now, you can't even tell. Let me look on mine, see if I can get a better look real quick. Just kind of hovering that line right there, but I'm telling you, it's way in the top. It's gonna have to come out. So be careful chasing Meta at the moment, but let it pull down because in the 550s, it's super bullish, and your 20s at 560. This thing's almost at 600. It's at 593. It did hit over 600 yesterday. And I can't imagine it just staying up here that much longer. When this bull run looks like it wants to take off, this has to make some room. It's not going to stay in the top for that long. So, Meta, META, just look for it to try to pull back soon and catch a really good price for it to bounce back up to more highs. So Meta's got some crazy stuff. Zuckerberg's going nuts over there. MSFT. Yeah, he took like 2 years off and just like transformed everything. So, yeah, sometimes that's what you need to do. And now he's about the second richest person in the world. MSFT, Microsoft, here we go. It's up $1. And another one just kind of pulling back. It crossed down. It's trying to set back up right now. This one about 2, 3 weeks out. And again, it's not going to dip much harder, but it's going to bounce around as it sets up. And then in about 3 weeks, the thing's going to get crazy. So, that is Microsoft, and then Tesla's up 5 cents at 244.55, and just kind of another one crossed down, pulling back on the chart, and just kind of sitting there on the 20. So they're all doing the exact same thing, and this one's setting up to be super, super bullish in 3 weeks. So we might be able to catch a couple good prices on our big caps as they're going to jump around, and they do look like they want to jump around for just a little bit and set up and then get crazy. DJT this morning is, let me see, is it down 18 cents right there? It ran towards the top. Could be just a little pullback, but again, this thing should get up to that 25 area and it's in the 21s. So DJT is looking pretty good right there. Let me hit the scanner real fast, see what's happening here. CTCX, we looked at that. We looked at all of these guys. Let's look at our Yang and see. I don't think it's even moving yet, is it? 346 it says, and getting closer. It did come out. I'm telling you guys, this Yang is going to move. I was looking at options yesterday, and I can tell you that I'm all about them because thing wants to get cruising again. I don't know. It's just curling up on that MACD right now. Mine's saying it didn't get through, and on Finviz it's saying it did. So I don't know what the heck's going on, but oh no. Oh, got out of the basement. I'm sorry. It didn't cross through. No, it didn't. Definitely didn't cross through. I'm sorry. It's coming. Laptop travel. It sure is, man. That Yang is gonna get cruising, guys. It should have never came down that far, and the yen should have never went up that high. It was obviously a nice pump, and boom, there we go. We're gonna see it just start cruising. So keep an eye on that one. Maxon did reverse split. Yes, it did. Scheider. Um, Missed ending of last night. PRZO. Let's look at that one. Let's see. PRZO. That Para Zero. I'm telling you, this thing was setting up. It looks like it's just kind of pulling back right now. All them Israeli aerospace and defense were like a week or two out too, and this one's setting up has a nice base. Your 20's coming up. It's at 63 cents. It's coming up for it right now. Let me look at it on mine. I know it looked a little bit better yesterday as it was trying to cruise up there yesterday. um that's the 8th, so it don't even have today's date for me yet. And hold on, what's this say? This does have the 9th though. 71. It just says it's opening at 71, but not moving anywhere. So it's hard to tell, but it is making that base right there. And it does look like the 20 is going to come up to it and catch not the 50, but the 200 and push it. So it's literally sitting on the 200. And that's not a look that we've been seeing often. And it's stuck it there for the last few days. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, over a week's worth of trading. So it made a nice little base. Just kind of pulled back a little bit today, maybe, but I'd watch for it to get set up. Let me just see GAUZ real fast. These ones aren't actually moving yet this morning, but again, setting up to be super bullish. Watch it for it to pull back a little bit, and they're gonna get crazy. TATT, another one just getting crazy set up right there. That one might be a little sooner. And ESLT was moving up and is in the top. Probably will pull back a little bit because it's at 209. Probably pull back into the low 200s again as it sets up. And yeah, that ESLT will get moving. And that's all the Israeli aerospace and defense there, Yankee baseball. But yeah, PRZO, just I'm telling you, in a couple weeks, these things are going to be cruising. You can see that something's going on there. So LGMK, let's look at Logic Mark real quick and see what that's up to. That one's coming down to that line right now. I know it popped up the other day. Let's just take a better look at LGMK. And it did run up Monday, and it's riding the line right now, Arusa. So let's get a better look at it in a little bit. It's kind of hard to tell. I don't think it's going to get into the basement. I think it might try to roll off of here and might run again. We'll have to get a better look at it in a little bit. It is literally just on the line, but it has a little green candle here. And for today, it says it opened. I'm looking at the FinViz. It opened at 0.1080, and it moved up a little bit. So it's at 11 cents right now. So that's a good sign. And we'll see if it can bounce off that bottom right where it's at and roll off the MACD. It's going to be a nice runner. So I will definitely look at that for us and see if it's going to move today or if it's going to kind of pull back. If it pulls back, it might go in the basement. I don't think it's there. So we'll definitely take a look at it and see what it wants to do for sure. Let me go ahead and just take a look. I know we had a few laptop lowdowns. Let me just cruise through them real quick and see where they're at real fast. Let me hop over here. Oh, let me find them actually. There we go. Let me take a quick peek. I'll bring them all up on mine real fast and see if anything's moving yet this morning. Our ADT, that one is not moving. It was coming down yesterday. That's going to be a good setup to look at. A lot of these bad boys, obviously, they're on the laptop lowdown list, so they're all pulling back here, and they're just great ones to keep an eye on. But some of them start reversing, and they're the ones that are going to be popping. So we'll go through real quick. ATNF, that one is still pulling back right there. BDMD, I know we were looking at this. This one has the potential of possibly getting reversed around here, BDMD. So let's look. Let me see. Yeah, this one's that hard dip that we saw. Let's keep an eye on that one today. We looked at CETX and we already know that one pulled back pretty nice. That edible EDBL, that one's getting better right there. So we are keeping an eye on EDBL as it starts trying to curl up a little bit. It's flattened out. So made a base. That one in the next few days is going to be a really good one, EDBL. So we'll keep an eye on edible. EGRX, let's see. That one's still pulling back, but it's almost down there. So I'll look at that today as it opens up. It's not really doing anything yet. And EONR. That one might be coming down the roll off. That's an interesting one to look at too. So I'll check that out. And again, these ones are all ones that are getting set up here or there and just ones to keep an eye on. ESLA, another one coming down pretty hard to the line. So we'll take a look at that and see if it wants to cross down. And took a nice dip, yesterday. So I'll take a look at that bad boy. FEBO. Another one. That one's pulling back. That'll be one to watch for a couple days and see what it wants to do. GSIW. This one was looking decent the other day. Let's see. This one's one to keep an eye on. GSIW, that Garden Stage. It's a Hong Kong company, and it did. It had that fish hook. It came up. We were watching it for that, and it has that good support underneath with the 20 coming down. I'm going to keep an eye on that one. That one's a good one to keep an eye on. So we'll watch that. JG. Let's see what JG's up to. That one's pulling back to the line. It had already run up there. So that one moved. LGCB. Let's see. Linkage Global. This is one to look at. I know we've been looking at this. LGCB. Let me see. LGCB. Yeah, this one crossed through. This one could get moving. I see it on mine. This is today's date, and it is. It's just a little flat, but it's trying to get set up there. That one did look good the other day. MULN, good old Mullen. Just is that great Mullen story one. Could possibly try to get based out here and move, and it is way down there after the split 230. I mean, it is so far down. Holy cow. Anyone that had that before, you're never getting out of it with a profit. But again, we can catch it from the bottom and catch a nice profit. That's why you can't hold these bad boys at all. ONCT, another one down there. I think this one's getting ready. That 20's coming down pretty close to it. So we'll keep an eye on ONCT. That's going to get there. PGHL, that one's just kind of pulling back on us. So we'll keep an eye on that. And SLXN. I know we were looking at this last night. Let me pull this up too. SLXN, see if it's doing anything. Nothing this morning yet. And just kind of riding that line down there. We were looking at it and seeing if it wants to base out. Like I said, the 20's coming down for it. And it's at 71, and this is at 37 cents. So we may have to see it kind of stay down here for a few days and try to get set up there. So there you go, SLXN. And let's just go through the market real quick. Microsoft is up 0.21%, Apple's down 0.2%, Google's down 0.91%, Meta's up 0.14%, Amazon's up 0.33%, Tesla's down 0.13%, and Nvidia is the one that's moving, and that's the one that we thought would be kind of moving is Nvidia. And yeah, it just is popping up off of there, trying to hit that top area. So might even get in there. We'll look at it today. And there you go. I would say everything else is kind of flat. The energy sector is red. So gas and oil look like they are pulling back. And boom, that is our pre-market right there. Let me know if you guys want to see anything else. And there we are. I would say that's our good pre-market. I'll be around all day. I've been posting and going through the list. Like I said, I'm going to finish up the other list that I was going through and see what was happening for the last couple weeks and which ones are perfectly set up now. And we'll roll through them later. And I'll let you know if I see anything cool or happening. So there you go. Let me know if you want me to look at anything. And thanks for tuning in, everybody, and greatly appreciate the Jolie's Jumpers, Asian Jolie, and our laptop lowdowns, laptop travel, East Coast Beach Girl, Tommy, Clay's in there, Lazo, Crypto, Arusa, Valuria, Mike, Sinister, Force, and Tuna Sub. Luis Rodriguez, Yankee Baseball, Lewis, Utah. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in and hanging out every morning and always sending in stock tickers and helping out. I greatly appreciate it. And yeah, we're going to start crushing this market. I'm telling you, look at the Yang for the options. And I gave out a few other ones last night. And I'll be posting today which ones I like. So you can tell we've been ripping through 100%ers. Look at BURU. I told you I'd start posting them again. And here we go. The markets are firing up and we're going to rip it. So, have a great day. Trade smart, lock in those profits, and let me know if you want to see anything. I'll talk to everybody later, and have a great morning, everybody. I'll see you soon.